What's up, guys? How are you? So this one, I'm going to talk about, starting your day. Like what I've done a few times is I've sort of woken up with my head up my ass, wondering, what today's going to be like, you know. But what I've actually found is when you get up early, usually as a general rule, the earlier you get up, the better your day seems to go. You're probably wondering what sort of effect this has on muscle. It has a lot to do with it, really. Like, if you're sort of going to bed really late, and getting up really late, this is going to fuck with your hormone cycle. And you don't want to do that, especially when it comes to building muscle. If you want everything to be on point, you want to make sure you're resting well, you want to make sure you're hydrating well, you want to make sure you're eating the right foods, all that stuff. If there's one cog in the train that's missing, then you're going to pay the price. And it usually pays the price in terms of, guys who are a bit lighter on, we tend to sort of lose it faster. So we've got to be doubly as effective, as far as all that stuff goes. So you can't really let up in terms of like making mistakes, like little things like starting your day. It might not seem like a big deal, but take note of it. It'll be interesting to see what you come up with, because you can usually tell when you're going to have a successful day by the time you start your day. And what this usually does is it sets up the day. If you have a number of these, and you have 30 in a row, before you know it, you're going to have an unstoppable momentum ball, that you're just going to kill it with, and you're going to wipe out any sort of crap that gets in your way. And, this is one thing that promotes sort of inconsistency is like sometimes we might get up at 5 o'clock, but then on the weekends we might not get up to 12 o'clock. So there's no real consistent rhythm for the body there. It's not really good for building muscle. You want to be as consistent as you can, with your sleep patterns, everything. One thing that I've been really sort of good at, and I had to sort of get into this because otherwise, like, I was really paying the price with my health as far as like mentally. And what I needed to do is I needed to give myself some sort of pre-bed rituals that were going to sort of help promote a better night's sleep, so I was able to sort of get up earlier and hit the ground running with more energy. And like a few things that I've started to do, like I started stretching for a little while, which is really, really good. It tends to sort of wind you down into a sort of a good pattern of sleep really quickly. One thing I've also noticed that helps is meditation. And this sort of provides sort of like a master stroke for the mind in terms of just quietening those voices down, quietening those stress levels down. Because remember, those stress levels are going to eat into your results. So you want to make sure you quieten all that shit down as much as possible. So it's good to have stress, don't get me wrong, it's good to have stress in terms of, like stuff that's pushing you on a daily basis that's going to help you grow. But what you want to do is you want to eliminate the things that are going to cause you to be stressed, like in terms of flipping out and like losing your shit. That's the bad sort of form of stress. So there's stress that makes you grow and there's stress that makes you die. So think about that, like get yourself into a good sort of rhythm. And that's the thing, if you're finding it hard to build muscle, it's because you could be stressed out, guys. It could be something as simple as that. And the main source of like a loss of muscle is that sort of stress level and being constantly unhappy. Because what happens when you get unhappy, you start to eat less and you start to work out less, and it sort of rolls downhill, and like before you know it, it's like your efforts are non-existent. But it's not because that you're not trying. It's because that you just lost momentum initially and you just need to get it back. So give yourself that confidence of just taking that single step, and what will happen is you'll take another step the next day and the next day and the next day, and this will build into sort of like a momentum ball. You know, like it's like anything. You know, like when you get a head of steam up, you're hard to stop. But when you sort of fall out of the boat, you know, it's hard to get back in. So, you know, like have a think about that. You know, provide some consistency in your day at the start of the day. That's the sort of stuff that's going to equip you for success. I hope you got some use out of that, guys. Really enjoyed it again. Love doing these videos. Thanks for the support as well. If you like this video, just hit the subscription link below, or hit me up at danny@savetheskinnyguy.com. I'd love to answer any questions that you guys might have. Take care, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.